Good evening. This is Super Fluid. Just wanted to say hi to the whole world. I'm glad to be alive. Glad I have a good life. I'm feeling pretty good. I hope you guys are all too. I'm on YouTube quite a bit, and I enjoy loads and loads of videos. Pretty much when I'm on the internet, probably half the time is on YouTube. I think it's a fantastic platform. Anyway, I've noticed lately that when I go to my home, which I'm not too technically savvy, I get up some of these videos about Mgtow, which I think is pretty interesting. These guys, it's old news now, but these guys, they go celibate. Some of them, they choose not to be with a woman, be single, and get successful, etc., 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 and which is great. The idea of getting true equal rights, I think, is fantastic. I think women do deserve a little taste of equal rights. I mean, we can thank them for many, many, many accomplishments. Women, as that side of the species, but I think men a lot of times are overlooked and underappreciated. Pretty much everything you see that's built, every wall, every electrical outlet, every machine in a factory was most likely designed and manufactured by men. Now, I'm not saying women don't do that. They do that. But it is, I'm pretty sure, without, pull up any references, I'm just going to take a wild guess and say that odds are men made a lot of these things that we use in modern society and always have and will probably always will. That doesn't take anything away from females. They have their own sets of skills. And I understand what a pain in the ass they can be. I'm 43 years old. Take a look at me. I've taken some hits. But I'm lucky enough to be with a woman for 14 years now who will put up with my shit. And is she a pain in the ass? Yes, she is a pain in the ass. But I'm just as much of a pain in the ass. In fact, sometimes I can't believe she even stays with me because I'm such a jagoff. But she does. And I love her very much for it. Here's the thing. I'm pretty much, I think I got the Mgtow philosophy down. It's cool. But I have to say, going without sex, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess if that's what you want to do, and that's cool. You want to focus on you and not get laid, well, good for you. I mean, I'm sure we get a round of applause somewhere around the world for that. And, being self-sufficient, expecting women to carry their own weight, etc., etc. I understand all that. Although I still think it's highly unlikely. They're not designed to be a 50-50 lifting heavy loads, if I can use that phrase, doing the heavy lifting that is in life. Women, they're not designed to do that. They're designed to take. They are. Just like we're designed to take, but just differently from them. They need us and we need them. So we can hold parades and rallies and get pumped up about, this and that and, fuck the suffrage, all that. But it doesn't matter. They are what they are, and they're always going to be that. Just like a tiger is a tiger. It's not going to stop eating meat because it all of a sudden has, a rational dispute in its mind about it. It's going to keep eating meat. It is what it is. Maybe that's a bad example. But I just don't like the fact that we're bagging on these women for being exactly what they are. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some very, 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 very spoiled women, but I know some spoiled men too. And there are women that will take advantage of men. But I know men that take advantage of women. And I would say, socially, the dynamic is probably up until you're about 30 years old, women, at least in the West, as far as I've seen, have more social control. After 30, it's out the door because they're biologically compelled not to be so choosy anymore. They need you more than ever. And that's their job. Their job is to be picky. Our job is, well, we're not so picky. We just want to get in there. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm not going to waste much more time on this video. I think probably it's not even worth the time, but I mean, just, I understand bagging on them a little bit, but to a point. I mean, there's no way we're going to live without them. So I don't care if it's unfair. It is what it is. We were designed to be this way. Outside of, modern influences, which, by the way, is a part of nature. Everything in nature stems from nature. Therefore, for example, nuclear bombs, although I hate them, are natural. And you could say the same thing about women's behavior and men's behavior. As the time changes, it's just a wash. So it wouldn't matter if we were back in the Stone Ages. There would still be social issues between men and women. And I, for some reason, in my gut, without any references to fall back on, I think without that conflict, we would not be the successful species that we are. Because we are successful. We've only grown 6 or 7 fold over the last century. We have huge brains, relationally, at least compared to other animals we observe here on Earth. Now, again, I'm no academic, so I don't know. But they have their plan and we have ours. So try to be merciful when it comes to women. I mean, they're out to do a job, same as us boys. Anyway, this is Super Fluid. If you want, subscribe, holler at me. Man, insult me. Please leave an insult. I'd like to hear it. Be critical. I love you guys, and thanks for listening. You have a good night. Peace.